Here we are. Today we are buying every single food item in Home Bargains that is under £1. We might be buying loads, we might be buying a little bit. I'm just intrigued to see how much we're able to get and, quite frankly, what is or not a bargain. If I can make any coherent meals out of it, I will. To be honest, I should probably be doing this at Poundland. Maybe that's another video. Comment Poundland below if you want me to do that. In that first tiny little section, there's already a lot. Slightly worried a basket's not going to be enough. Let's see. This is 89p. A lot of these crisps actually, over £1. I'd be surprised by the few that we've actually managed to get. That was a very big shop. Look at my basket. Literally look at my basket. There was a lot there. I didn't film as much in there as I would have liked. The veg section was pretty cleared out, although I believe I could have got some broccoli and some carrots if they had it. I think I'm pretty impressed with the haul. It was just over £44 spent altogether. There's just a little bit of food here. This here is absolutely everything that I could find in my Home Bargains that was under £1. This did not include anything that was £1, specifically everything under £1. Lots of stuff for 99p, but also a lot of questionable things here. But we did even manage to get a little bit of meat here. We have some roast chicken slices. Well, there's definitely some other meat here. I can't find it right now because there's a lot in front of me. Got some beef paste. I'm quite happy with this sort of soup and lentil broth mix. That should be fun. But then you do have a lot of the really questionable things as well. Pickled mussels. Oh no. I'm not sure how I feel about this as a concept. No. But we'll try it. But some full meals here as well, so there's definitely a lot we can do, and we'll try everything that I can possibly try. But you know what? Home Bargains, I'm pretty impressed. Oh look, there's the other meat. Roast turkey chunks. So I'm not actually filming until tomorrow, but we're having pasta for dinner tonight, and it turns out we've got no pasta. Luckily, I bought some. It's already a good little purchase. This is what was made, but it's got no bearing on the actual video, guys, so ignore it. But at least we got some use out of the pasta. It's not like I was going to use it all for this video anyway, is it? So I've only really got 2 breakfast items that I could find there that were under £1, and they're both from the Home Bargains bakery, which I didn't know was a thing. Home Bargains of a bakery. I didn't know what they were when I picked them up. I just picked up the only 2 remaining single pastries that were under 59p. I suppose the least popular ones, because I'm sure they do normal croissants and things as well. What we have is a maple and pecan plat and a cinnamon swirl. And you know how much I love cinnamon swirls, cinnamon rolls, all of those kind of things. These were each 59p, which I think is pretty good because, you know, a lot of places you buy these, especially in a coffee shop, these are £3.50, £4. Okay, flavour-wise, I like the toasted pecans, I like the sort of maple filling on the inside. It's just really, really dry. It does say best eaten on day of purchase, which makes sense, but I'm sure these are lovely if you buy them straight away. Interestingly, this one says best eaten on day of purchase, Friday the 7th, which is today. It looks good, big, very light. Oh yeah, it does taste a bit fresher. It's got a good amount of cinnamon in it. The pastry isn't as dry. I can't complain. Home Bargains Bakery, it's a thing. Who knew? Okay, so the way I see it is the best thing to do with all of these is to divvy them out into what I think could make an interesting or tasty meal. So this is what I've got so far. We've got 1 meal, 2 meals, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then there's all of this, which is kind of just the leftover snacky bits, which, yeah, we'll try some of, see what they're like, things that I haven't tried before. And then there's all of the sweet things as well, and obviously I'm going to be taste testing all of the sweet things because, you know me. First things first though, I'm going to do it, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to try it. I am going to try this beef paste. Perfect for toast and sandwiches. We'll have it on some tiger rolls, and hopefully the gherkins will cut through it. Look, I'm using butter. I'll butter 1/2 because I'm sure it will need it, and I'll see if it's better. But we'll try it just as it is. I feel like this is going to kind of be like a beef pate in a way. It looks like pate. I'm just going to pretend it's pate. I mean, it smells beefy. I don't know. Let's just try it. Yeah, it's a little bit dry. It does just taste like a beef pate, so it's honestly not that bad if you're a fan of pate. I think it's probably going to be better with the butter on. Bit of butter, a million times better. This is genuinely a product I would have walked past, and I would never, ever, 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 ever in a million years bought it. Honestly, not that bad. Didn't even know stuff like that existed, to be honest. Try it with a little gherkin on. That works very well. Gherkin gives some much needed acidity. A whole jar of sliced dill gherkins, under £1. Pretty happy with that. Now it's time to look at the sweet section. There's actually a lot of really good variety at Home Bargains, so you can find loads from biscuits to baked goods to actual sweets. And here is everything I could find for under £1. Now I figure we'll not try all of it because a lot of these things, we all know what they taste like, I know what they taste like, you know. There were some digestives, some ginger nuts, a large caramel bar, and then Cadbury Brunch bars, and I love a Cadbury Brunch bar. The rest of it though, I've never tried. We have some Finny Tornadoes. These were 89p, which it's okay, a little bit expensive I suppose. There's quite a decent bag of them for 89p, but yeah, go on. Tutti Frutti flavour. That's actually really nice. I love sweets like this. Now, upon walking into Home Bargains, in that initial section, I found some little milk chocolate hearts, although 99p, so actually just under the £1 mark. Milk chocolate hearts with a creamy hazelnut filling. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I love you, and I'd love you even more if you subscribe. 60% of you aren't, so smash that button for me. Actually, don't taste the hazelnut that much. There's something really nice sometimes about cheap chocolate. Do you know what I mean? Not saying that this is particularly cheap, but, you know, not branded chocolate like Cadbury's, Galaxy. These are really nice, really, really nice. I'm surprised. Those are good. Now these I'm excited by. These are 3 variations of flapjack. 39p each, and that is a hefty bar. Like a small one of these, that'll cost you almost £1.50, £2 at somewhere like Pret. Love a flapjack. Oh yeah, that's a flapjack. Chocolate flapjack next. Same, but with a bit of chocolate on. Can't go wrong. Cherry and almond. In other words, Bakewell flapjack. I've got no words. That is bloody delicious. All of this for less than £1.20. Absolute bargain. And I personally have never tried anything from Brompton House. When I showed Carolina these, she said these are so nostalgic. So nothing I've ever personally tried. And both of these were 99p. So again, just shy of the £1 mark, which is why they hit my basket. Well, there you go. It's a little bite-sized brownie. It's in a little case. 10 out of 10, honestly. Oh yeah. Little Inky Dinky muffin next. Look how tiny and cute it is. That's like a 1-biter. Tasty, but if the brownie was a 10 out of 10, that's about a 7, but still pretty good. What a great little range, what a great little haul of sweet treats for under £1. I hope the Savory is just as good, to be honest with you. Again, I love you all, especially if you subscribe. A lot of these dinners are like something and rice because we bought so much rice. But I'm really intrigued by what we're going to try for the first thing. Coming in at about, I think it was like 85 or 89p or something. A whole daal kit. And there were 2, so we got 2 of them. Now what's really cool with these is, as they say, it's just some really simple steps. No other ingredients required. Serves 2 or 3. So you get 2 meals for 89p. Sure, provide a little bit of rice with it, but that's not going to cost a thing. In fact, it didn't. And it's Uncle Ben's. So we're going to make both, and just, that's going to be our little Friday night dinner, Carolina and I. I mean, it all smells really, really good. And again, so these are 89p per bag. It does say you can add some extra things to it. We're just having it like it is for the sake of it. Got some tiger bread to go with it as well. Shall we try it? Let's go with the Bengali coconut dal first. That's really nice. I'm a big fan of that. It's a very mild curry flavour, quite coconutty. Sort of korma-like, but a little bit different in terms of some of the spicings. Something crunchy in there as well. Yeah, we like that. And then of course the spicy taka. Love a taka dal. That's even better. Tomatoey, rich, little bit of spice to it. That's really, really nice. I don't understand why the packs do say 2 to 3 people. Ain't no way this is serving 3 people. But 2, yeah, I think we're getting enough out of this. On the bread with the rice. So good. I'm happy. And it was really cheap. That is a bargain. And I will be buying these again. Lunchtime. And I was going to have my soup mix, my soup broth thing for lunch. Apparently I've got to leave it soaking overnight or for up to 12 hours, so I suppose that's lunch tomorrow. What I did remember that I had though, which I didn't show off earlier, is this cheese and bean slice. So we're going to have that, and then we need to try one of the yogurts as well, right? So we'll have the rhubarb one. I'll stand by this statement forever, but cheese and beans pasties, they are the best pasties that you can get. This one's only okay. It's more cheese than beans in it. And these do come as ready to eat, it's just warming them up in the oven, but you can kind of see the pastry. It's a little bit undercooked, it's underprepared, it's under-ready. Still tasty enough though, you know. We'll chase that up with an Anne Forshaw thick and creamy rhubarb yogurt. What much to say? Good yogurt. Honestly, I do think there's a lot of good bargains here. And there we go. We'll come back to this in about 12 hours. This soup brand is called Ainsley. Not seen it before. I do love a cup of soup though. Half wondering, does Ainsley Harriott make these? I love a bit of Ainsley Harriott. The grains, however, cool concept. I've heard a lot of people do buy these. I know Tesco do some, I know Sainsbury's do some, but aren't they a faff to make? So first you soak them for 12 hours, then you drain them, put them in boiling water, boil it for 10 minutes, and then simmer for another 30 minutes. And then they're ready and you combine them with a soup. I mean, they're nice, they certainly bulk up your soup, and they're certainly darn good for you. The soup itself, it's a yummy little chicken and leek. Yes, they're a faff to make, but I am kind of all for this, because you know, sometimes a cup of soup doesn't fully do the job. You need a little bit of something more. And these grains, perfect way to do it actually. Okay, so here's the deal. There's about 3 or 4 different meals left that we could make, but I'm not just gonna show you me eating a bit of pasta or a bit of like Sharwoods and rice, because I've had that a million times, you've probably had that a million times, we all know what it's like. So there's one more meal we are gonna try, and that's this Indie Grand Saag curry sauce. Now I love a saag, a lovely sagaloo, that kind of thing. Obviously we don't have spinach or anything like that, so I am gonna try it with the roasted turkey chunks and the pilau rice. I'm quite intrigued by this. It was a really, really good price, and it just, I mean, it's got spinach in it apparently, which is really good. So I just have to pretty much put it on for 15-20 minutes. Then we'll stir fry the rice. We'll whack some of the turkey breast chunks in it just to give it a bit more body. And there's my lunch. There's my last meal. Again, super cheap. That could easily feed 2 people. It is just me today, so I'll probably use about half of it or so. That's gonna bubble away for 20 minutes. And while we're doing that, it's time for Sam's Savory Corner. All of the savoury bits for under £1 that won't count towards sort of the actual meals that I've put together. We've got a multitude of interesting things here, a lot of which I haven't tried before, such as these pickled mussels, which I'm dreading. But the few things out of the way I'm not going to try right here because I've tried them a million times. Got Got this wonderful little Boldak pot of noodles, and I love Boldak noodles. They are my favourite instant noodles, so I'm really happy with this. Mini cheddars. Obviously, there is no point and no need for me to try mini cheddars in front of you guys. And then there's mackerel fillets in a tomato sauce. Now, I love mackerel fillets. Put them on a bit of toast. That is beautiful. These are in a tomato sauce. So again, another lovely little thing here that we won't try right now. Now let's start off with one of the only fruity things that we did get. Now we did get some bananas as well. I've only got one left. Again, not going to show you me eating a banana because a banana is a banana. However, we do have some banana crisps. They're quite tasty. I like how crispy they are. But for me, those are a little bit overly sweet. Not something I think I personally would have too much of. So, I'm not going to. Chili peanuts. They're 79p, which not too bad for nuts, and quite a decent sized bag of them as well. They're good. They're okay. They could stand to be a little bit more chili-y. I don't get the peanut through that much in some of them. 69 pence for some pretzel pieces. These are from a brand called Crackzel. Again, not one I've heard of before. I am not a big fan of pretzels, I won't lie to you. And, oh, okay, not what I expected. They're like cracked off pieces of bigger pretzel, I suppose. Yeah. These are good. It does say on the back here, they've also got a honey mustard flavour and a garlic bread flavour. If I can get my hands on those, I will, because I like these, and very interested in the honey mustard flavour, actually. These are a rice-based snack, barbecue, Tasties. Again, not a brand I've heard of before. Yeah, I like the look of these. They look like knickknacks. You know a knickknack? I love a knickknack. This is exactly what these look like, and barbecue flavour. These are the best ones yet, and I'm right, they taste exactly like knickknacks. So then we have these Baker's Mill onion crackers. These were 49p. One onion cracker. I like these a lot. Anything oniony, I'm usually here for. This is no exception. A little bit of cheese on these will go a long way. And speaking of, 89p. I've got some easy squeezy cheese. I don't think I've had squeezy cheese before. It's popular in America, right? Cheez-It, is it called Cheez-It or Cheese Whiz or something like that? I imagine this is very similar. Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It just tastes like squeezable Dairy. Maybe it's like squeezable Philadelphia or something. It's not the best tasting in the world. Bit of Philadelphia Laughing Cow will go a long way over this. And now the bit you've all been waiting for. Certainly the bit I've not been looking forward to. Pickled mussels. Now I told my dad I got these and he was like, oh yeah, I love pickled mussels. I have them all the time. They're so, so lovely. I can't think of anything worse. That does not look appealing. Look at that. How is that an appealing thing to eat? I love a mussel, don't get me wrong. But pickled? I don't know if I'm feeling it, but for science. Oh no. Oh God. No, no, no. Ugh. Pickly, fishy aftertaste. Ooh, one more for science. No, no, no. That ruins mussels. It's a weird, mushy, yet rubbery, yet just not a very nice texture. Not a very nice texture at all. I paid 95p for that privilege. 95p. Luckily, I think my sarg's ready. Just kind of combined it all together. It's a cheap meal. You could definitely get a meal for two for this, and it's less than £3, which is great. That's got some flavour to it. And the sarg. Sarg's not usually spicy. That has got a little bit of a kick to it, but in a good way. I am liking it. It's very tomatoey. You've got the spinach in there, which is really nice, and it's just got all of those lovely, lovely flavours you would expect from an Indian sauce. And the rice is rice, right? This is a really, really tasty meal. All these things combined together work so well. So guys, there is a lot you can get for £1. And a lot of it is gonna last me a while. Like, I got Sharwoods for days, I got all of these crisps, I've got a few yogurts left, like everything I'm pretty happy with. But I thought this was really interesting actually. Really interesting experiment, seeing everything that you can get for under £1. If I went on £1 as well, I would have come back with so much more. But I think the under £1, bit fun, isn't it? Where to next though, guys? B&M? Poundland? Should we do this again? You tell me.